Hello, my loves. Hello, hello. So I got a quick message. I will try to do a live later on tonight. This is just a quick message. For those who are looking for what to do for winter solstice and working with dark energy, making that connection. So I wanted to do this one really quickly today because by the time I go live again tonight, if I get to go live again tonight, it will be too late for those who may be on different time zones, possibly too late for those who are looking to do something for winter solstice. Loves, listen, winter solstice is about, it's not death or dying necessarily, it's about resting and repair. Now, from a perspective, the reason why they use the word death is because there is this energy, this dying away energy. But the dying away energy just makes room for the rebirthing energy. Everything flows in a cycle. If you look at the cycles, the seasons, they come in cycles. This is funny. Every year we're going to have a summer, winter, spring, fall, right? But every year they will never be the same. No two summers are alike, no two springs are alike, no two falls are alike, no two, you get it. So, hey Janae, hi Keisha, thank you baby. So it's important that you realize that everything about the universe is cyclic, okay? It flows in a cycle. So in the cycle, when the winter solstice comes, what happens is there's this dying away of the day and this lengthening of the night, right? So it's telling us that it's time for us to do more with our shadow self, with our hidden self. Working on your shadow heart, working on your subconscious, allowing your ego less place of prominence than normal and giving your inner self a very, I guess I want to say, giving it the TLC it needs, giving it a very detailed look, making sure that you're aware of what's there for you. Listen, 3 weeks ago, I did a ritual, a self-ritual for myself with Obatala, Olakun, and Yemaya. Okay, and I rarely ever talk about the work I do for myself, but I feel led to share this. So 3 weeks ago, I did this. It might have been longer than that. Let me see. Well, it was after my birthday. So it was about 3 weeks ago. And so when I did this ritual, I was looking at myself and I was looking at what's present for me. Well, just yesterday and this morning as well, because those who are participating in the Sacred Seal, if you are a Sacred Seal ritual participant, please go check the group. The ritual is not over until the 24th. If your name has not been mentioned yet, please just give it time because there's so many of you guys. There's 81 of you guys over there. And I am going through you guys as quickly as I can. This morning it was coming rapid fire. So a lot of you probably have been tagged with your parents, where you're from, that kind of thing. It's going to get more detailed. It's a whole lot more details to add. In fact, I've been getting details since I made that post, and I've been keeping up with it. Okay. So definitely check that out. But anywho, when I looked at what was present for me and I went back and read what was just present for me 3 weeks ago, totally different stuff. Totally different stuff. Why? Because I've changed. My circumstances have changed. Different things have come into my life. Different things have left my life. So you always need to be in a place of realizing that your subconscious, you're not a solid, fluid, planted entity. You are more etheric in nature. You flow. You're more fluid than you are solid. And so things shift, and they shift quickly. So anywho, having said all that, this winter solstice, my challenge to you, if you're really wanting to do something, instead of focusing for a change on money, this and this and that, and believe you me, yesterday was Jupiter Day. I don't miss a Jupiter Day bringing in wealth and finances and expansion of my empire, expansion of my legacy, expansion of my power. Okay, I do all of that. But when it comes to celebrating winter solstice, it's all about Because when you start expanding things, you got to be aware of what you're expanding. So it's also a dying away of those things that I don't want expanded. Like, for instance, my ego or my pride or my failures, my flaws, my fears, my limitations and my own mindset, any sicknesses, any place of dis-ease or disorder where I'm not in alignment the way that I should be, any stubbornness or rebellion, any procrastination, any mismanagement of time or resources, all of these things, this is a time to create a funeral. Now, I'm very much into rituals. So I tell people, like, if you really want to kill something and you want it to stay dead, give it a funeral. Bury it for real. Give it a eulogy. Make your peace with it. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is, like, at funerals, people tend to cry because they realize this is probably the last time I'm going to see my mother, father, brother, sister, whoever we have laying here, and you're releasing it. So a lot of times you have been poor so long, I'm just going to use that, you've been poor so long that you have a poverty mentality, and you may say to yourself, ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to miss that, but you will, because that mentality was a part of you so long, even though it's not helpful, it's harmful, you're still going to miss what it was for you, which was a place and a way of comfort. Because when you ain't got nothing, then you can't get much lower than that. It's like, I ain't got shit. So when I didn't have nothing, I used to wow the fuck out because I ain't had nothing to lose. When you ain't got nothing to lose, you can just wow. It's like, whatever, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna say what I want to say. What you gonna do? Take my life? I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing to lose. You think differently than when you actually come to a place where you do get something to lose. Just like when you're making room, like, for instance, when you bury the poverty mentality in place of it, so that you don't call that thing back and reincarnate that thing in your life, you want to replace it with something. So in place of it, you create a paradigm of success and abundance and expansive energy. You call that in. And guess what? In the beginning, it's not going to feel comfortable. It's like, man, this feels foreign to me, because you've never felt it before. It is perfectly okay for you to feel odd when you're blessed. It's normal. You know why? When you come out of something that's ancient, old, that has hindered you for a long time, like, there's a tendency to want to look back. If you think about the Bible story about Lot and his wife and everything, when they was getting free from Sodom and Gomorrah, they only had one rule. The angel said one thing: do not look back. Why do not look back? Because to look back is to say you missed it and some part of you was left back there. So even though you're going to feel, see, this is the thing. If they weren't going to feel it, the angels would have never said don't look back. They knew that they would feel. Even though it was a horrible place that they had been positioned in, they still knew that they would feel some sense of loss when leaving. But the whole thing about going forward and not looking back is saying that I'm willing to embrace something new. And you know what? It's going to feel foreign. It's going to feel odd. If you look at the Bible story with the children of Israel, they was wandering around, roaming around the desert, and they had all these things going on. It's like, you should have just left us in Egypt. At least we could eat. Shit, you brought us all the way out here to the desert talking about freeing us just for us to starve. That's how they was talking. And that's how a lot of us are toward change. It's like, I want wealth. I want abundance. I want to be happily married. I want a functional family. I want to be healthy. I want blah, 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 blah. Well, when you say I want to be healthy and say you're 50, 60, 80 pounds overweight and you first start moving, your whole body going to be like, fuck this shit hurt. And so you have a choice at that moment. Which do you want most? Comfort right now, or to have the abundance in your health that you know you deserve? Winter solstice is a time to make a decision like that and then to begin making moves. And they're not going to all be comfortable. When you start putting to death the things that's been hindering you, it don't feel good. Because see, here's what a lot of you do. And this is one of the things that bother me. And I want to say this clearly, okay? People have a tendency to like playing the fucking victim. And I've been the victim of so many things that it ain't even funny, and I'm still not a victim. I don't choose to identify as a victim. So here's what happens. People be like, oh, every time I try to manifest money to pay my bill, you know, for this, bills pop up and it take all my money and blah, 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 blah. It's because all you're doing is trying to manifest money. You got a problem, my love. And it's not just money. Money is a symptom. When you see that money is missing, it's showing you that there's a deeper issue, right? And so you're trying to just hurry up and fix this surface problem because you don't want to sit with yourself. Because the truth of the matter is you don't think you deserve the stuff that you claim you want. You can want something and don't feel like you deserve it. You can want something and know you don't deserve it. Because I'm going to say this too about that. Some people are constantly and forever trying to draw love into their life. They don't even love themselves. And when you don't really love yourself, it is because something in you have judged. Whether you borrowed that judgment from someone else or not, you have judged to be unworthy of being loved. And because you hold that judgment, no matter how many people you draw into your life, you're going to magnify the part of you that you're most afraid of them seeing. And they're going to see it and they're going to respond the same way you respond. They're going to be turned off by it because you're turned off by it. And I don't care what you say out of your mouth. I don't care what you do for them. That is the energy that's going to dominate that relationship. So right now you have an opportunity to get rid of that shit. But you got to work on you. If you keep looking outside of yourself to fix your problems, you will never have your problems fixed. Everything going on in your life, I don't care who's doing it, how many times they've done it, it is all on you. You are a grown person. You carry the power to adjust your vibration. Now, you might not have always known this, but you are on M. Rain's page. This is not my first, second, third, 300th live. I've been doing this every day this whole year, and I was doing it last year. So it is over 300 videos, and not in one of them have I ever told anybody to play a victim and point a finger, because it doesn't matter whether they're guilty or not. What matters is where you're vibrating at. Because if you don't like what other people do to you or bring to you, then you got to change the part of you that accepts that bullshit, right? If you don't like being poor, you got to change the part of you that resonates with that. I ain't ate a spread sandwich or a sugar sandwich in a long time. And you know what? Every blue moon I think about it, like, man, that used to be so good. But it was a time when I ain't had no damn choice. There was times where my dinner for the day when I was a kid was sugar on a piece of bread, because whatever she cooked, that shit didn't look right, smell right, and I wasn't eating that shit. Because poor people have some fucked up diets. I'm just being real. Some of the shit that my grandma used to cook, I don't even like hog maws. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's funny because I had to learn to like it. And it's a lot of things you've learned to like because you didn't have no options. And for you to get free of that lifestyle, you got to let that go. You got to let it go. It's like you got to understand that everything carries an energy, a frequency, a vibration. The whole universe itself is frequency and vibration. You can't even be lied to until you have already lied to yourself. You can't be deceived, hurt in any kind of way until you have come into agreement to be deceived, to be hurt, to be poor, to be sick, to be ignorant, to be helpless, to be stubborn, to be whatever. Anytime anything shows up in your life and it physically manifests, that is because you have put some part of your energy in agreement with it. Okay? Now, a lot of people don't believe that, and they come up with stuff that's so random, like, oh, so being raped, or oh, so being hit by a car, or oh, so being this and being that. You got to understand, my loves, it's all vibration. And let me explain this while we're at it, because this part is important. Some of you are forever dodging hard shit, and you don't realize that your blessing is in the hard shit. So you are real mad about being, say, sexually abused or molested when you were a child and you didn't have any consent. I was there. So before you start accusing me of being insensitive, let me tell you that I had to work through my own shit and get free so that I could see the beauty of me being sexually abused. And I almost lost all of the outside of my vagina. I'm not trying to turn you off with the truth. I'm trying to show you that no matter how bad you think it is, it could always be worse. And even in those times, if you shift your perspective, it shifts everything about it. Okay? If those things had not happened to me, I would right now, be one of those that just use my gifts strictly for money and not give a fuck about people. It's like, you want to know what? fuck you, pay me. I'll tell you whatever I want to tell you. But because I care, because I went through all of these things, it gave me the certain kind of heart to really give a fuck about people. So who knows that if those things had not happened, that I wouldn't be here. And thus, all of you who are talking, who inbox me talking about, you saved my life, I ain't commit suicide because of you. You saved my marriage, you saved this. I only had the power to save that because I had to go through straight hell. Okay? So all of you talking about you want power, but you don't like the stuff that comes along with giving you power. Power comes with challenge. If you want your muscles big and strong, you're going to have to lift some weights. And you're going to have to, you can't stop at 10 pounds. You might start at 10 pounds, but you're going to have to continuously challenge yourself. So you're doing 10 pounds for a week, and then you go up to 20, and then you go up to 40, and then you go up to 50, and then you go up to 100, because it is all progressiveness. You got to get comfortable with the burn of the muscle if you want that muscle to be big. And that's just what that is. So right now, you can use this energy of the winter solstice to put to death the coward in you, the victim in you. You could put to death the part of you that is forever stopping yourself from being great because of fear. You could put to death the part of you that procrastinates, the part of you that is unfocused. You can put to death the part of you that is comfortable being sick because of, and I'm telling you something, again, I ain't talking about something I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Comfortable being sick because that gets you the attention that you want from other people, and you don't feel like you could get it any other kind of way. You comfortable always needing prayer. You comfortable always needing some help, because that's the only time you feel love. When somebody say, I got you, I got you. It's like, if it takes manipulation of others to get them to give you something that makes you feel loved, then you are not loving yourself. You're not honoring yourself or any of that. So put to death the part of you that dishonors yourself with all these fucked up decisions you keep making. And fucked up decisions are not all obviously fucked up. Like a fucked up decision to, beat your child. Okay, that's obviously fucked up, right? There are subtle fucked up decisions. Like, I got $15, okay? Now, I can get some gas, or I can get some blunt. I can get a blunt sack. I'm going to get a blunt sack, and somebody going to bless me to get some gas. That's a fucked up decision. Your priorities off. You understand what I'm saying? Fucked up decisions can be, okay, I could, do all these things that I'm doing and sit up here and play on social media until 9, 10 o'clock, and then go get me 2 packs of noodles and cook it and then go to bed. That's a fucked up decision if you really want to be healthy, if you really want your body to change. Only if you really want your body to change, right? Or let me go on and eat right now while it's 7 o'clock. I can take a break from social media. Ain't nobody gonna die. And if they do, it ain't shit I can do about it. Let me go eat now. And then I'll play on social media for a couple hours if I want to, market or whatever I'm going to do, and take my ass to bed without my belly being bloated and full. You see what I'm saying? I make fucked up decisions. Let me own that right now so you guys don't feel judged. I make fucked up decisions all the time. I look at my thighs and be like, I need to do something. But then when somebody put a steak in front of me, or some shrimp, or some potatoes, or some bread, because I'm a bread eater, my mind get conflicted. It's like, damn, I think I kind of wouldn't mind having this bread right now. Like, I'd rather have this bread or whatever than to have this, than to have my thighs together. Steve, what's that? Are you serious? Oh my God, hold on, I gotta show y'all this. What is it? Where it come from? Boy, see, you play too much. I almost ran off with the damn computer. He plays so much. Whew. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I get distracted. If anything move in this house, I feel it. I mean, I literally feel it. This ain't no joke. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix this damn thing. Where to stand it? It did for a minute. I was like, I ain't never seen no red spider. What the hell is that? All right. Listen, damn it. Sit here. Okay. So, sometimes you have to command everything. I just like, sit your ass down. I ain't gonna do this all day. It was thread, y'all, but it looked just like a spider or like a scorpion from here, but it was thread. Whew. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Okay. So then, the last thing that I want to say is about dark energy. Let me tell you guys something. Dark and light are polarities of equal power to a degree. And what I mean by that is that you can create with dark matter just like you can light matter. And that's what I'm saying. In other words, not equal power. Let me rephrase that. Of equal capabilities. So some people think you got to do all your creating with light energy. You got to do all your healing with light energy. You don't. Okay? Do you notice that we don't fade away just because the day gets shorter and the night gets longer? We don't. A lot of people get depressed. You know why people get depressed during the winter? A lot of times it is not because the sun isn't shining. The sun shines all through the winter, right? Not always every day, but hell, it don't shine every day during the summer either. The reason why people get depressed is because they have more time. It's like it's natural. It's something about the dying of the day that causes us, even when we're not trying to focus on ourselves. And because they don't like what they see, they tend to get depressed. That is a choice. Depression is a choice. Y'all might get mad at me, delete me. I don't care. Depression is a decision. It is a decision to maintain a paradigm, a mental paradigm that is destroying you. Victimhood is a choice. Did you have a choice in what they did? No, but you do have a choice in how you receive it and how you perceive it. Your vantage point on your life is everything. If you find yourself always looking up at your life versus looking down at your life, you're going to find from each place, you're going to look at your life in two different directions. It's kind of like when a woman riding a man versus a woman laying on her back. She look like two different people, kind of. And y'all might not know what I'm talking about. Wait till you get 40, you will. Because when you laying down, your skin do some different shit than when you on top and your skin do some other different shit. Yeah, it's a true story. Just trying to bring it all the way home for you. So, you in the winter time, it is very beneficial to work with dark energy. Dark meaning primordial, dark meaning source energy, dark meaning hidden, dark meaning materia prima, first matter. Okay? A lot of people are going to call you all kind of things. Who gives two flying fucks? Give your life. Quit waiting on people to understand what you're doing to commit to doing it. They ain't got to understand. It's things I do I know my husband don't understand. But I don't wait around for him to understand. He will if he keep watching, and I know this. But me stopping to wait on him to get it, that would be counterproductive. It's things he do that I don't understand. But he don't need my permission to be himself. Did you hear that, yes? Did you hear that, Keisha, Tanisha, Velvia? Don't nobody need your permission to be themselves. Why are you waiting on somebody else's permission to be yourself? Ain't nobody waiting on you to give them permission to eat. They eating. So why are you waiting on permission from somebody else to eat? And when I say eat, I ain't necessarily always talking about food, okay? Physical food. So, this is your time to do something for yourself. Forget money and material possessions for a moment. At least first work on yourself before you start with that. Okay? One of the things that Spirit has shown me since this started about my students, about the apprentices, is that this, and it is a family. You know, and I tell people this all the time. Family don't mean that everybody love you, everybody all the time and always agreeing. I wish it did. Because teeth and tongue even fall out, but at the end of the day, they still going to be in the mouth. You might as well learn to love each other, right? and they need each other. All right. So at the same time, this family that we're building with L's Cafe and this apprenticeship, it is not just for people to hang out and get and fill their love tanks up. That's a benefit, yes. But what we're building is warriors, teachers, leaders, those of wisdom of old, bringing back the wisdom, the power, the authority, and the knowing of the ancients. It's being rebirthed every day in that group. And when I lose sight of that, sometimes I get frustrated, and even I want to stop. Even I want to quit sometimes. Sometimes I get so tired of people bitching and complaining, and I'm going to tell you, I get a lot of bitching and complaining. People write me about shit that ain't got shit to do with me. They in my inbox, I sent this, and sending me screenshots. I sent this dude, blah, 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 amount of money, and this girl, yada, 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 amount of money, and they bamboozled me, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what you want me to do. You should have probably asked me before you sent your money. You don't wait too late. There ain't nothing I can do for you. You want me to delete them? You want me to be mad at them? But they are not the only problem. You too are a problem. People will order something from me on December the 1st and be in my inbox December the 3rd. Have it shipped yet? And I'll be wanting to, because I'm just being real. The part of me that's very human be wanting, no, bitch, damn. Do you do that at Amazon? Are you? Because I know it's times I don't order from Amazon, be 10, 12 days later getting my shit. And that's Amazon, and they deliver even on Sundays. Even though I found out that a lot of my stuff get delivered on Sundays too, I feel like a boss, okay? Because I ain't paying extra for Sunday delivery like they are. But anywho, it's just like, it gets to me. It do. But I keep doing it because every time I decide that I might be distracted enough to give place to that, I'm good, I can stop right here. Spirit reminds me of what I'm truly up to and what this is truly all about. It's like, it's no different than Mason. Mason is just 2 years old. Okay. Now, yesterday, him and my husband was on the phone, and he's like, Papa, and they was talking. Then Steve said, what's up? He said, what's up? Real clear. But you have him try to get him to say something else that's less complicated in my mind. He won't say it, can't say it yet. And I got to be patient with that. And that's how I have to be with a lot of people, because some people don't read. They just don't read. I ain't going to say can't read. Don't read. Won't read. And they'll see me post something and inbox me about what it is. I've just started to ignore that shit. I very rarely even check my inbox. I'm being honest. I don't check my inbox because whatever is real important, somebody will write the Magical Mystic page and it'll get to me. Or they'll email me and it'll get to me, or they'll text me, because my inbox makes me just grieve sometimes, and I get it. So I get how you may feel. Some things are frustrating. You got to deal with it and push through it. Okay, so even today, guess one of the things I'm putting to death? My impatience. I ain't never been a patient person. I ain't never been a very patient person with other people and circumstances like that. I have a lot of patience for learning. It's funny because we have patience for people who say they're impatient. We have patience for things we want to have patience for. I can wait for a long time on knowledge. I can work on that for a long time, waiting on understanding to come, because every day I'm working on it, right? But when it comes to dealing with people and their shit, sometimes I just ain't got no patience for it. And so I'm putting that to death. I'm not going to let that continue to be my testimony. I realize I got to do something about that. Okay? I can be very cutthroat with people, especially if they hit a certain nerve. And that means when I cut you off, I'm done, all the way done, right? As done get. But I realize that giving second chances is a virtue. And I'm typically going to give a second chance. By the time I'm done, it's probably like your 10th chance. However, I also realize we can't always put a number on how many chances a person needs. That don't mean I'm going to keep you right up in here. That means that, one day, I believe that one day it may happen for you. That's what that is. Instead of saying, fuck you, I'm going to reset you. You ain't doing shit with your life force. Being a necromancer is a powerful thing, by the way. And for those who are natural necromancers, that energy is waking up in you as as this comes about. And as this winter solstice actually settles in, you're going to find yourself being drawn to death and dead things, life and rebirth and reprocessing. And a lot of you, you've been doing it all your life. You felt so strongly about somebody, and it wasn't no coincidence they ended up dead a few weeks later. It is a natural gift. You are a natural veil keeper, veil walker. You're a necromancer. You walk between the worlds of the living and the dead. And you got to learn to mature your emotions. You can't carry that kind of power and be a petty ass female or a petty ass dude. You got to grow up if you want to really harness your power. You do. You do. So this is your time to kind of take stock in that. And I just want to make sure you guys realize that. So get you some black candles if you can. Some black and white candles. I always bring my ancestors in. I use my white candles for the ancestral protection a lot of times. And my black candles for my dark work, my dark energy work. Okay. So... my son trip. So definitely do that. One of the things that would be really great is to do a bath. You could do a bath burial where you kind of like doing a baptism of yourself. Fill your tub up with your herbal wash or whatever. And one of the things you could do, if you don't want to have all the herbs actually in your tub, put your herbs in a tea bag or in a coffee filter, tie it up, or either put a rubber band around it, put it in the water, boil it for however long, and all the essence of the herbs will be in that water. You can pour the water in your tub or whatever, and you could just set the tea bag off in the tub too, and the herbs won't actually get in it, but you'll have all the essences in it. Get you some clear quartz, get you some smoky quartz, get you some amethyst and all of that. Put it in the tub. Actually dip yourself and see yourself washing away all of this shit that has been holding you down. And when you let that water out, you want to be saying bye to that shit. Bye, bitch. I holler. No, I really won't holler. Bye, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you no more. It was good while it lasted, okay? It's all good. I holler at your poverty. I ain't got shit for you, sickness. That type of thing. Like, you got to get rid of it. Okay? All right, guys, I got to go. I got shit to do. Is who? I don't know. I'm on live. I don't know, but even if she not, you can just write her real quick. But her husband getting all these orders together for his necklaces and stuff. He's gonna be doing earrings and bracelets soon, so I cannot wait for that. And somebody bought my piece, y'all, because he had forgot to take it down. I'm so upset. And it's so energetically charged. I don't know who bought that rose quartz piece, but their life is never going to be the same because it got all my attention and energy and all this energy of Lakshmi and Oshun in it. And yeah, y'all hit a lick for $33. I'm mad as hell, but I'm Spirit told me, he said, you can keep it, I'll just make them another. Spirit told me release it, just let it go. I was like, damn it. So somebody about to get blessed. So anywho, guys, there is the 2019 success forecast readings on the website. I'm only doing 50. I cannot do more than 50 and get it done in time. They will start December 28th and they will complete more than likely by December 31st, maybe earlier. But it will be email only, so when you purchase the reading, make sure that if your email for your purchase is not the same as the email you actually use, put your email, and if you don't mind, your date of birth. But if you don't put your date of birth, don't worry. I will actually write you to see about getting your date of birth from you personally. Okay? When I get ready to do your reading, I can only do 50. Please understand, don't inbox me. Once it's sold out on the website, they're sold out. Don't inbox me asking for if I can squeeze you in, because for real, I didn't necessarily really want to do as many as 50 just because I'm really, really busy. And I do mean really, really busy. I got a message today from the manager of Fox, and this whole thing with this TV thing is really going to take me out of the loop a little bit. So when I come to try to be with you guys for a little while, please just be appreciative of it. And don't be trying to give me the guilt trip, because growth is just what it is. And I give everybody enough just through the lives and the classes or whatever that you don't need as much one-on-one time with me as you want to. I'm not your mother. Well, I'm some of y'all's mother, but from my goddess state. However, I'm not your physical mom, you know. And I don't want you guys developing this neediness. You don't need me like that. You know, even those of you who have been called to me for me to mentor, for me to train, and for those of you who are of my bloodline, I want you to understand that I guess what I really want to say is you can get what you need from a person without being clingy, okay? Because clingy is just not a good look. It's a sign of weakness. And you may feel weak right now. You may be clingy right now, but you got to work on it. And I do mean start to work on it. Start to understand that, you know, you're not, people write me like they are the only person in the world that I deal with and literally be having an attitude. Why are you ignoring me, baby? I'm ignoring half the world because I got the other half of the world always. I can only get one or two. Somebody going to get missed. Somebody going to get skipped. I have to move intuitively, okay? And you need to be ready to grow so that you can be free for real, so that you don't need anymore. Moving past need into having the power to create. Okay? So, anywho, I do want to make sure that you guys realize this, so I can only do 50. Also, we have bath salts on sale right now. We have... we got a lot of stuff on sale. I can't even remember all of it. Y'all just got to go to the website and look. We have a whole lot of summoning oils on sale. Guys, if you don't have a road opener, Neith is very, very hot right now. I've been feeling her energy throughout this whole sacred seal. A lot of people sleep on her. And I'm going to tell you now that if you ain't never worked with her, you in for a treat. In the beginning, she's a motherfucker, okay? But if you give her a moment and y'all settle into sync, you'll love everything about that energy. Her oil is on sale for, I think, $11.11. I have Oya on sale, Ogun on sale, Demonic Kings on sale, Vishnu on sale, Brigitte on sale, and it's a lot of them. Just go through there, sale all throughout my website. And when this holiday season is over with, everything's going right back to full price. Y'all know I don't do sales like that often. I'm not one of those that feel like I need to discount my discount my products because I know the value of them and they're already discounted in my mind to get customers. People pay $29.99, $33 and $44 and $144 for my products all the time. So I'm not doing it to get customers. I got a lot of customers. I'm doing it to give as a way of giving back so that people can stock up on all the stuff that they need. I put Soul Cleanse on sale, guys. Do y'all know that very few people got that? And there's so many people who need to cleanse their soul, who need to repair fractures and shit. It ain't even funny. That's why you keep getting broken, keep getting sick, no matter how much work you do. You got all this damage. You know, people will buy a whole lot of fast money, very little self-mastery. You know, and I'm just calling it how I see it. Your priorities fucked up. And until you get them together, you're going to always be fighting to win. Fighting to win is like, I'm going to manifest me some money, and then your light bill come right in and take it. Like, damn, I still need some money. And then your car note come right in and take it. And then before you know it, one or two things you fuck around and lit up off of your manifesting, and one or two things come break your back, and you homeless now. You vehicleless now. You got to learn to get ahead of the shit. Quit trying to catch up and get ahead of this shit, so that you can start recreating, okay? Good time to put that shit to death. You know, put that poverty mentality to death, and put that comparison and jealousy shit to death too. You ain't trying to outdo nobody, but you outdo you how you were yesterday. That's good enough. That is good enough. Did you hear me? You ain't got to compete with nobody else but yourself. If you wake up tomorrow better than you are today, you won, okay? And that's how that go. Love y'all.